Hi guys, it's Daniel here of Boreas Healing. I hope you are well. Just wanted to make a brief video on the feeling of lack or never feeling like you're enough. You know that one, right? I too go through this, especially between my 20s and 30s, where I was in a pathway of addiction. And you come to the realization that if you continue going down that path, it's pretty self-destructive, not only to yourself, but for those who love you and for those who you love. And it's something that still comes and goes in my energy field, of course. You get that realization that that thing outside of yourself that you're trying to chase in order to feel more powerful, more worthy, more successful, wealthier, can be a bit of a trap. Because if it's filling a sense of lack, a sense of self which is not being loved or forgiven, then that's an empty hole. So it doesn't matter what car you strive to buy, what house, how much money, what promotion, or if your relationship ended, then you go for another one and another one. Next one's going to be the right one, next one's going to be the right one. It ultimately will reflect back the areas of our life that we are not facing, or the shadow self that it can be spoken of. And quite often this is feared, the talk of shadow, the talk of fear. But these are signs that appear which draw us in to communicate with ourselves better, to sit with ourselves, to sit with our pain. Because how many times have you strived to get that next job, to get more money, to get that next relationship, to get that perceived sense of power from others? And it may feel good temporarily, right? But have you noticed that it's never enough? And that's okay. This isn't some sort of guilt trip, you know? Like I say, this comes into my energy field. I'm no life coach. You know, who am I to say how to live your life? I'm just doing my thing and trying to share my experiences. But it's good to have that awareness of trying to, when we realize that, the things outside of ourselves aren't making us happy. So let's go inwards, which is obviously better, right? But that can also be a trap. What do I mean by that? So for example, I need to be more spiritual in order to be happy. I need to be more intelligent in order to be more at peace. I need to read more books, etc., etc. And of course, these are all good things in their way. They are tools that we take on that help us negotiate the world around us. But they are tools, because we can fall into a trap of we need more and more and more and more qualifications, more books, more meditation time, more this, more that. And we have to be very aware that that hasn't become the car, the relationship. Does that make sense? Again, I'm not saying one is worse or better. They all have their validity. But if you feel that sense of lack, whether it's now, whether it's in the past, that's okay. That's part of the egoic condition that comes in, that we are working our way through. But it has to begin with self-love and self-understanding and compassion. We cannot just undo conditioning instantly. Some can, but things are going moment to moment, right? We just go with the ebb and flow of things. Sometimes those energies spike, sometimes they lull. But like the season, we're coming into summer now, there's the winter period. All I'm trying to say is these things aren't necessarily bad. We load them with a negative perception. They simply are. And it's how we sit with those at peace. And that's where we can gain rich, full lives. So, the workshops that we do, the Boreas experience, the transformation experience, Are these things of miracle? No, of course not. But what they do is they give you a window of silence. And by that I mean, if you struggle to find any kind of sense of self or sense of quiet or solitude, not loneliness, solitude, then the techniques that we teach actually help you to bring you into center, your center. So you're the calm within the storm. So whether you have never heard of the Wim Hof method breathing, you've never done any kind of drumming meditations or meditations at all, it doesn't matter. Because I can promise you, we can promise you, you will feel a profound effect. Whether it's the Boris experience or whether you're ready to jump in with the ice, with the transformation workshop. But you've got to remember that we never, ever force any of those aspects onto you. It's a very natural, organic, safe process. So I'm speaking to you guys who have come to a Boris experience and perhaps still thinking, shouldn't I come to a transformation workshop? Of course, the choice is yours. But if any of you are feeling that sense of lack, I invite you to come to the workshop and receive yourself. You don't have to come to our workshop, you can do it right now. Breathe in and out. Simple, right? Easier said than done at times. So for more focus, more peace, more clarity, and a greater level of acceptance and understanding. Because only when we surrender to the actual truth, without any mental projection or overlays, can we then go to the root source of the issues and heal them with compassion. Because if we continually lie to ourselves, then we're building blocks on sand. And when the storm comes, topple's easy, right? Ego comes tumbling down and it is painful. And I don't know about you guys, I had 3 or 4 hard rock bottoms in my life. Really hard. So either maybe some of you have gone through that recently or in the past, or you feel like you're approaching one. Or maybe there's a seed of truth in your belly, in your hearts, that's telling you that perhaps a behavior in your life right now is not serving your highest purpose. Yet you're finding it very hard to sit with it and go towards addictive patterns instead, go towards codependency instead. Then maybe our workshops can help you just to find that little piece of quiet within your heart and your mind, in your body, to answer the questions that you already know the answers to. Just a little bit of confirmation. Anyway guys, thank you for listening. Hope to see you on one of our workshops. Lots of love. Take care. Bye-bye.